I am a Vankira scholar, a writer, a critic, an enthusiast of all things beauty and esoteric. And I wanted to share something that I've been studying for some time now that humanity has kind of woken up to the false entities and institutions that have been governing and ruling our world for quite some time now. This is going to be a long one, so I urge those who are willing to hear me to get comfortable, relax, and let's begin. So many of us went through a very painful shutting during this past year. We came to the realization that many of our circumstances, many of the energies we were mingling with were not meant to be with us, were not meant to be of us. And because of that, we've had to remove a lot of stuff, shed a lot of stuff. This can be reflected in the world around us as well. A lot of the old world is crumbling, removing and purging so much of the perceived foundations that used to be the pillar of our society. As the old decays and the new emerges, I feel like there is a call for many of us to start to explore our true identities, our true works, our powers, our gifts, our abilities, and who we are inherently. Me personally, I refuse to go back to my old ways. I refuse to go back to who I used to be before the shutting, because I know there is nothing for me there. And so do you. So many of us are waking up to an inner knowing of self that has been laying dormant in us for way too long. My entire life, I've been ruminating on this inner knowing, using it as my guide through this odd world that everyone kind of seemed to have accepted as normal. Most people lose awareness of this inner knowing as they go through the school system, but I was lucky to never lose mine despite how subtle. This power, I decided to call it an essence, your essence. It is the powers, the gifts, and the spiritual embodiment that you were born with, that you were gifted with, before this world decided to do what it does best in its most brutish, discreet ways. What do I know of this essence? To be very honest, I am just as much a scholar on this as you might be a discoverer. I've highlighted and identified this because it has been such a persistent thought that has followed me for so many years, and I've learned to recognize spiritual messages that are direly trying to get you to listen. Much of my work, much of my learnings are intuitive in nature. It is channeled, inquisitive. It is really meant to trigger your inquisitive mind. It is meant to stir an awareness, of your inner self. It is meant to make you question, think, explore, and sort of unlock yourself. It is not meant to be taken as definitive, as facts, as the only way of being in an authoritative sense. The only one thing that I know to be an undeniable truth is that this essence is present in every single human being. It's really just a matter of whether it's been awoken long enough, acknowledged or recognized enough to still be thrumming and alive in your mind. And I emphasize alive because this is something that never really dies, no matter how stagnant it may be. I mean, how can it be dead if its creator is an ever-living source,